y'all? It's your boy Tweedy. We got some big stuff today. We got the LCQ pools are out, the group stage is out, the schedules are out, stuff like that. So let's go over it real quick. Real quick, I want to go over the schedule. So LCQ, I believe, begins at. Hold on, I had the time back there. Yeah, so noon Eastern on June 14th, and then it just runs until it's over. Then it just runs until it's over. It's probably going to wrap up around like that night. You know what I mean? Because they're running one big tournament in that night. Um, so yeah, and then Final Combat group stages will be taking place the next day at starting at 11 a.m. Eastern, and then the last group it'll run through until the last group starts at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. And then we don't actually have the time for when the final event will take place on Sunday. We don't actually know the time yet. It doesn't have it. Ooh, this is interesting. So, hold on. Yeah, so it is 8 players make it out. So it's as we predicted. That's how it's going to work. Okay. So yeah, they don't actually have the time for the final portion, but I'm sure by the time we get in the group stages, they'll have that out. So yeah, LCQ at noon on Friday, Eastern. I will be restreaming over at twitch.tv/TweedyMK. It will be on the NetherRealm Twitch, all that. And then group stages will be the following day at 11 a.m. Eastern until it's over. So it's going to be some amazing days at MK. And then the final bracket will be Sunday at an undetermined time. Yo, what's good, Aquaman? I'm sure someone has the time, but it doesn't seem to be listed on here. Yo, Various, thank you so much for the gift. Let's go. Appreciate you. My boy Papa Cap, let's go. I'm actually going to have to turn off my alerts for this video because I do have one alert that has copyright music. Yo, but thank you so much, Various, for the 5 gifted. Thank you so much, DP, for the 26 months. Let's go. Okay, let's go to LCQ pools. Let's check those out. Let's see who's in them. Maybe do some predictions. All right, so pool 1. All right, so we have Gambler. Makes sense that Gambler's the #1 seed. I believe he has the most points out of everyone that's attending. So he has Lego in his pool, who's a good Gearus. He has Competitor, who's a Johnny player, and then he has Poseidon, who's a very good Reptile. So kind of a tough little pool for Gambler. It looks like 3 people make it out of their pools, 1 in winners, 2 in losers, and then they lead into top 24 from there. So let's check out pool 2. Okay, so we got Pulse. No, Various. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. I just, in case someone donated, I need to turn off the alerts because my donations alert does have copyright music. So you actually did a good thing because you reminded me. So thank you very much for the gifted. Yeah, okay, so we got Pulse. We got, oh my god. Dude, this pool is stacked. We got Pulse, Axstar, and Kerbo. Axstar, one of the best Reikos in the world. One of the only, I want to say besides Rewind, the only other Reiko with a premier top 8. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think it's only Rewind and Axstar that have a premier top 8 with Reiko. So, yeah. And then Kerbo, I believe, has been playing Smoke. Pulse, obviously known as one of the best Johnnies. I would assume it's going to be a fight between Pulse and Axstar to make it out of that pool in winners. So now let's look at A3. So I heard Conqueror's not going, but here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. So the last LCQ winner was actually one of my friends and training partners. His name was Basics, and he lied about going the whole time. Now the South America scene has been saying Conqueror's not going, but I feel like if you're not a streamer, you should low-key lie about going. You should be like, I'm not going to that shit. Like, first or nothing, I don't even care. And then you go and win. You know what I mean? That's the tech. Because then people won't study for you. You know what I'm saying? And Conqueror, in my opinion, is actually the best Kenshi in the world. But he's going against Hayate in his pool, so we're going to... That might be immediately proven wrong, because Hayate, a sleeper, top Kenshi, not really sleeper, but it's he's obviously known as one of the, NRS GOATs, stuff like that. It's just, how much has he been playing this game is, kind of the question mark around him. And I feel like he's been playing a lot recently. He's going to LCQ, so yeah, that's a juicy match to have in pulls. And then we got Burrito Voorhees. Burrito Voorhees, I'm not sure how much he's been playing this game. I'm not even sure who he plays, really. I think maybe he plays Johnny and Gearus. So yeah, that's a juicy-ass pull right there. Let's move on real quick. So we got Sunio, we got Honeybee, we got Infinity. Okay, this is interesting. I didn't even know Sunio was going to LCQ, but it kind of makes sense because I think he lives in New York, like Buffalo, New York, something like that. And that's kind of near Toronto, I believe. It's like not, it's like drivable, you know? It's probably kind of far of a drive, but it's like drivable. It's not like the most ridiculous drive of all time, you know? It's not like driving across the US. So it doesn't surprise me too much he's there, but I didn't know if he was going or not. And then Honeybee is obviously local to the event. And unfortunately, Reptile did get a small nerf in the recent patch for some reason. But Honeybee's still looking strong with Reptile, so I don't know. It's gonna be interesting because it's clearly like super top tier versus super low tier with Peacemaker and Reptile. So definitely a mountain to climb for Honeybee there. And then we have Alphabet, who I see a lot on Twitter, but I'm not sure if he's like good enough to beat Honeybee and Sunio, but we'll see. Maybe he is. We'll see. All right, so moving on to Pool B1. Ooh, so this pool we have Gur, we have Zanzun, we have Mari, Sick Witted. Okay, I recognize some of these names like Sick Witted and Zanzun, but I'm not really sure like how much they play MK1. I'm not sure who they play. Obviously, Gur, one of the best Gearuses, maybe the best one. Mari, a great Kenshi. Kenshi players actually do say Gearus is a bad matchup, but normally when Kenshi say it's a bad matchup, they just mean like the Sento offense is like 80-20 in their favor instead of 100-0. So I wouldn't count out Mari in this matchup necessarily. Yeah, that's a decently stacked pool right there. Moving on to B2. Okay, so we got Kukui, we got Euphoring, we got Dope. Is this H? I don't think this is H Dope from like EU. No. Okay, and we have Fierce, Rocket Ansky. Fierce, famously known for being credited on the Family Matters Drake diss. So he's a producer and an MK player. And then we got Euphoring, who actually got ninth at Combo Breaker. We have Kukui, who also got ninth at Combo Breaker. So these are two players, like, anytime you get ninth at a major, there's going to be, like, a huge chip on your shoulder leading into the next event. So these players are definitely really hungry. We have Kukui, who plays Peacemaker, and Reiko. And then we have Euphoring, who plays, I believe, Reiko and I think Baraka, and I'm not sure who else. Now, the thing about like Reiko is he's actually a decent matchup against Peacemaker because he does break force field. Now, Peacemaker could get in and mix and stuff like that, but it might force like a Reiko mirror here out of Kukui, which could get kind of interesting. You know, like Kukui, like he's one of the favorites going in LCQ, I would say, but he's got like a hard matchup in pools where he's not going to be able to just rely on like doing dumb Peacemaker stuff to win. Like he's gonna have to think a lot more than that against a very strong player. So this is actually one of the more interesting pools where like it's kind of 50-50 on who's gonna win. All right, so on to pool B3. All right, so we got Gui Exceptional or GUI Exceptional, I think. We got Nips, Savior Forever, um, Wani and Lauer, Hercules. Dude, this pool is pretty stacked. So GUI Exceptional, he's one of the favorites to win LCQ. A lot of people believe, even though he didn't make Final Combat and like Makaran did, that he's actually the best Osher in the world. And if you watch his gameplay, it's insane. It's like cutting edge Osher gameplay. And then you have Lauer, who is that Scorpion player that actually eliminated Rewind from the NA West finale. And then Hercules, good Kenshi. I don't think Nips is really there to like win. Like he doesn't really play too much. And then you have Savior Forever. I'm not sure who he plays on this game. He was a good Batman on Injustice. So this pool is actually pretty stacked. You got to say like GUI Exceptional is the favorite, but I mean Lauer has caused big upsets before. Hercules good. Kenshi just on his own is an upset maker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, someone said the way you pronounce his name is GUI Exceptional. That's what someone told me. So I don't know. I thought it was like Guy Exceptional. But someone Gaucho, you're from Brazil, so you probably know what it is. So how do you say it? How do you say it? Do you say it like Guy Exceptional? or Gi. Gi exceptional? Okay, that's actually okay, Gi exceptional. Okay. So yeah, Gi exceptional one of the favorites to actually win this event. So I would favor him to win this pool, but Lauer has already caused big upsets before, so we'll see. We'll see. All right, so moving on to pool B4. Ooh, so we have Luddy, we have Cosmos, who I believe is a good Sub-Zero. And then we have Agamo. Oh my god. So, okay. I have something to explain to y'all. I have something to explain to y'all right now. So, whenever I was learning Ashura, I was watching Gi Exceptional, and a lot of his footage was against Agamotto, and y'all might be like, oh yeah, we saw Agamotto in Pro Comp Brazil using Kenshi, stuff like that. He was pretty good. Dude, I'm telling you, he might be the best Ermac, bro. I was watching his Ermac. Any touch leads into a Janet Stance combo with his Ermac. It's fucking crazy, bro. So, like, dude, this pull right here, and then we got MTL Leon, who is actually pretty good at MK11. I'm not sure if he really plays this game, or if he's just going because he's, like, Canadian, he's local. Yeah, man, Agamotto, I gotta say, is the favorite to win this pull. I know Luddy is a more recognizable name since there's more spotlight on NA, like with that Sindel, but dude, Agamotto's Ermac is fucking nuts, bro. His Ermac is nuts. Like, I watched it a lot when I was trying to learn Ashura, watching Gi Exceptional, and that shit's crazy. So I would actually favor Agamotto to win this pool with that Ermac. All right, so let's move on to top 24. Okay, so damn, so Gambler actually plays the winner of the Agamotto and Luddy pool, and then Sunio's pool plays Gur's pool that has Mari in it. Honeybee's in the Sunio pool. Pulse's pool plays Gi Exceptional's pool. And then Conqueror's pool plays Gakui. So, dang, so what does the projected think? This going to be Gambler and Pulse? Okay. Dang, so we're getting a lot of, like, we're getting a lot of South America representation with Conqueror, with Agamotto, with Gi Exceptional. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how to predict this really. This is tough. I'm worried about Gambler because Agamotto, like, Gambler struggled against, like, Pulse's Ermac. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I think Agamotto's Ermac is on a different level than Pulse's Ermac. So yeah, I don't really know how to predict this from here. We have Axar. We have, like, so many good players that could win their pool over these players. And it's crazy that this is all in one day. And it's crazy that only first place gets anything. First place gets into Final Combat. Second place gets nothing. So this is insane. This is going to be an insane tournament. All going down at noon Eastern on Friday. This upcoming Friday. I will be streaming it. It will be on the NRS channel. All right, now let's look at the groups of Final Combat. So the first group will be going down at 11 a.m. Eastern on Saturday. It will be the pool with Nicolas, Javier, VGY, Chocolate, and Wise. Now, do we have the matchups? Now, of course, Nicolas, we're probably going to see Johnny. Javier, we're going to see Scorpion, certainly. VGY, we're going to see... What are we going to see from VGY? Are we going to see Baraka Cyrax? Are we going to see Baraka Kano? Are we going to see Omniman? Are we going to see Shao? Maybe he picked up a more, like, super top tier, like, Peacemaker for this event. I don't know. We'll see. And then Chocolate, I believe, plays Johnny. And then Wise, like many other Havocs, were complaining about this patch, saying it was bad for Havoc, even though Cyrax is one of his best cameos. So Havoc players, just political down players, you know, like a lot of people. So I'm not sure really how they'll match them up. But yeah, so 2 people make it out of the group, and the other 3 don't make it. So I would say, like, the strong frontrunners to make out of this group are probably Nicolas and Javier. But then obviously players like VGY and Wise have a strong chance. Chocolate, kind of a question mark. He did get, like, 4th place in the Liga Latina South regional finale. So kind of a question mark around him, but we'll see. No shame in losing to the Chilean twins, so he might be a killer. We'll see. We'll see. All right, so the next group will be going down at 1:30 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. And it's the, oh my God. It's the group with Sonicfox, Tekken Master, Killer Shinnok, Face Al, and Soul's Clue now with Buff Cyrax. So, man, this pool is just like, I don't know. The fact that only 2 people advance is insane. We could actually see a world where Sonicfox doesn't even make finals day. You know what I mean? Like, that's in order for Sonicfox to make finals day, that means that the only one of Tekken Master, Killer Shinnok, Face Al, and Soul's Clue make it. You know what I mean? Like, that's insane. This group is nuts. I can't wait for this shit. This is gonna be crazy. And then we have wait, what time is this? We have the Peacemaker pool at 4 p.m. Eastern. We have Ninja, Unjust, Makaran, Zeus, and Broseph. So, best of luck to Makaran, Zeus, and Broseph, but they're going against super optimal Peacemaker Kano. And yeah, I mean, it would be hype if they caused upsets, but this is looking tough. This is looking tough right here. Ninja and Unjust have been grinding Peacemaker Kano relentlessly, and that's looking like far and above the best team in the game. Yeah, it's gonna be tough, y'all. It's gonna be tough for these other 3 players, but God bless them. May God be with them and stuff like that. Moving on to moving on to the next pool. So at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, we have Scorpion Prox, Connie Monty, Zombat, Mike Liu, because Illuminati actually was not able to make it from the Liga Latina Mexico qualifier. So Mike Liu ended up making it in over Illuminati. Illuminati wasn't able to make it. And then you notice there's not a 5th player. That's because LCQ winner gets into this. So between Prox, Connie, Zombat, and LCQ winner, this is actually arguably just as strong as the group with Sonic, in my opinion. Yeah, this group is juicy as fuck because you have like, man, it's hard to say. Like, you have Prox and Connie who are like front runners who have been doing great the whole game, and then you have Zombat who can like randomly show up and beat Sonic and Ninja in the same tournament, and then you have LCQ winner who will be the player with the most momentum in the whole tournament. So, sheesh, I don't know. Mike Liu is pretty good, but I believe he got around like 25th at Combo Breaker, so it's going to be an uphill battle for him against these 4 other absolute demons. You know what I'm saying? So, best of luck to Mike Liu. But it's looking tough, not gonna lie. All right, so let's look at So yeah, they'll be going down from 11 a.m. Eastern until it ends on Saturday. All right, let's look at the final bracket. Okay. So the winner of Sonic's group will play the second place of Nicolas's group. The winner of Prox's group will play the second place of Ninja's group. And then the winner of Nicolas's group will play second place of Sonic's group. Winner of Ninja's group will play the second place of Prox's group. Okay. So here's one thing I really like. So with Street Fighter, they started half of the final bracket in losers. I don't really like that. I like just getting more gameplay, right? And also, another thing, with these group stages, the way that first and second get separated sometimes is by, like, how they want to set. You know what I mean? And I find that to be kind of lame that they'll punish second place in those situations by putting them in losers to start. So I really like that the final 8 will all start in winners. I really like that. They'll just be, if you get the second seed, you'll play the first seed of another group. So you're kind of punished in that way. But I don't like the idea of like, okay, so first and second place got separated by like win percentage within the sets. So now second place is going to start in losers. I think that's kind of lame. So I really like the way the NRS is doing it by putting all of them in winners on finals day. Now, we don't know what time it'll start on Sunday, but yeah, Sunday will be the final bracket. So yeah, that's Final Combat, y'all. That's the schedule. That's the pools, the groups, all that. Appreciate y'all for watching this video. Much love.